straight and the pair of flights that await him over there.
So as always, I'm just looking for an opportunity. These odds are too high. There's a nice amount of money there, but unfortunately there's a bit of cash there, so I don't know if it's going to jump that. I would be tempted to go at 4, but it's not jumping off. I'm more tempted on this runner here. I'd like to see a couple of grand there underneath me and going at 4s, but unfortunately it's not there. But there is a bit of cash there, so we can always go in there and try and get a few tips. Now it's bouncing around nicely, so I'm going to take the 6.
Who at this stage haven't really
but I might well change that.
Who goes to the only other flight on the far side and hops over clear.
I'm obviously always looking up here at the ladder selection. I don't use the ladder selection other than to just keep an eye on the odds, but I highly recommend it because it's a lot easier to fit into a small window if you want it. So I reckon we're going to get matched down here for 6 ticks. If we do, that'd be a quid or so, I suppose. At the moment, we're just waiting. It's the waiting game.
He's only about 8 lengths clear as they run downhill out of the
it's really hard to judge it without the Racetimer. I prefer the Racetimer because I know where I am in the race. I'm going to put some cash in there. Right, cancel it off, get matched out there, concentrate on that, and we're out. Can we do it again?
And Richie Valentine turns on in with a significantly reduced lead, and he's about to be swamped, and Kazamax jumps on at the third last, with Rathnew rookie ridden to challenge.
There you go. Now, if that price comes back in, we might be able to get it for a tenner, but it has to come back in, you see, so I've got that exit there. See, if not, we're going to exit for the £7. We've got to exit soon. I might have been a bit greedy there. No, we got out, so that's £7.30. So just looking at this to race, just trying a couple of races so far today. Just had a week off. Holiday time, yay! But regardless of that, I'm just looking for an opportunity. I've got my tick-off set at 4, as you might see. I started with a £75 bank today. I've increased that slightly. I'm not going mad. Liquidity is picking up, so hopefully I can get bigger stakes through. And I've been on this race, I'm looking at 475 a click at the moment, but then I might reduce that depending on what the liquidity is in play. You can see at the moment we've only got 180 grand matched pre-race, so I can't imagine it's going to be too great. So I'm not going to be wanting to use much more than that. In fact, I think I'm going to reduce that to 375 just to be on the safe side. Now, you should always be protecting your bank. You know, you don't want to lose your bankroll or whatever. If you have to take a loss quickly, whatever. Always protect that bank. Use the stakes that are appropriate in the market. Different times of the year, different times of the week, different, you know, all different times as things change in the world. COVID-19's put a big down on it, but, you know, you can lower and increase your stakes at certain times. If you think trading is going to make you £1,000 a month, you're in a dream world. But doesn't mean you can't average £1,000 a month or £2,000 a month. But what you need to do is accept that some days the markets aren't right and you're going to make nothing, and other days you're going to make a fortune. And you need to put that full concentration the full time. There's no regularness about trading whatsoever, and if you try to force that, you will lose. Basically, you've just got to go with it, accept what's on offer. Anyway, let's see if we can make
market in play.
And they're on the run to the first of the scheduled 10 flights.
So just waiting for the race to settle down. As I suspected, there isn't that much liquidity, even though it's a 3:30 and it's a 2-mile 4 furlong handicap hurdle. This time of day on a Thursday is today as well. You would expect a bit more in the markets, but you know, COVID-19 isn't helping. People aren't going out to the bookies, people aren't betting, people aren't going to the racetracks, which all has a lead-on effect, if you like. You know, we don't want to be making money off other traders because we ain't going to make a lot of money. We want the punters, the fish at the table. If you ever play poker, that's what we're after. So just waiting for this race to settle down. Obviously, I'm looking up here as well at my ladder selector because it gives me a shortcut to the prices. I'm keeping an eye on what's going on there. I might be interested in looking at Bucko's boy, just see what's going on there. But again, looking at this type ball, there's a little bit of money sitting at 5.2 and then another 50 quid below, but then there's a bit of money sitting there. But it's buttered up at the moment. We don't want it buttered up. We want it to be bouncing. Not too much, but a little bit. So we'll probably make our money in this point on the Racetimer. If you haven't got the Racetimer, if you're trading in play, I get it. Pretty cheap to buy. This is the safe zone because a horse can't come in, for example, from 5.9 all the way to 101 in that time. It just can't, not unless every other horse falls. So you're never going to lose all your money. So this guides me on where is the safe zones where I might lose money if things go wrong. Like I say, protecting your bank is always the #1 goal. It's more important than making money. So I'm tempted just to put a little trade in there, not too much, and pick up a spike. But because that's money's come in, I'm out. See, the money's creeping in, so people are supporting that. Even though it's gone out and someone's picked all that up, and you see a grand's coming there, doesn't matter. I did the right thing. You make money out of trading by consistently doing the right thing. You can make money by doing the wrong thing short term, and you can lose money by doing the right thing short term. But if you want to make money consistently over the long term, you have to do the right thing consistently. That is it. Same with anything. Same with playing poker, blackjack, whatever. Advantage playing, everything's the same like that. So there's more money on the backside coming in, so I'm just kind of waiting. I'm not in no rush to get in. We're getting to that point where I said I might make money soon, and I'm probably getting there now. So what I'd like to do is hopefully pick up a spike down here. That'd be nice.
And then Diodorus wider than Estos and Arvins, and still Spiridek at the back of the field, and a ragged leap there.
Like I say, there's no rush to get in. I'm watching what's going. I'm watching the other money coming in continuously. I'm watching these white numbers. These white numbers are extremely important.
Bucko's boy still powering on in front.
Man.
The red sleeve shading second. Diamond fought on the inner, shaken up to hold a position. Probeni has come under pressure now in fourth, and
so now we want
to latch onto the coattails of those up ahead. St. Arvins with the red sleeves and cap is sweeping around the field, making progress.
Take a bit off. I don't want to be the biggest person in the market, unfortunately. Like I say, you've always got to be aware of that.
He's being slipstreamed by Spiridek in the blue and white, and the ridden along Diodorus as they turn to face the third last. Bucko's boy on the right lands a couple.
I'm watching both of these.
I'm out of here, man.
Here's St. Arvins down the near side. Ernesto, the white cap, has found a bit of daylight closing in. Diamond Fort's weakened away. Bucko's boy
we need
on
to
the
get
right
out of here
to
bloody
out.
quick. We're out.
St. Arvins and Ernesto.
You see, we're hitching the danger zone in the race, so this could go on to win now. And whether it does or whether it doesn't matter. But you see, like, how that danger zone is now kicking in. What's this horse going to do? Can you see him in the race? Like, he could win it. He's sitting there in the middle. He might well do. It looks like he's going to come back and win it, doesn't it? And there you go. And that proves how important having something like the Racetimer is. If I hadn't had that Racetimer, I'd continued on trading. I'd have probably lost, God knows, 40, 50 quid, maybe even blown the whole bank. But what we want is a spike, match both sides of the book very quickly, in and out, which we might happen now. And we want that tenner match. Can we get it matched? Come on.
I'm out of here, man.
Now, if you don't know, you should go for the 10-second rule. Now, I might have to take a loss here. It's one of those things.
Code. Miss Scarlet makes a run now down the wide outside. Then the Thornton Leclerc. Millie the Minx working into contention towards the far side. Socks off down the centre of the course.
I'm out of here, man.
Has work to do. And the one to pass is Feldspar as they approach the final furlong. Feldspar in front. Thornton Leclerc trying to rally with Miss Scarlet, Millie the Minx and Family Guard. They enter the final half furlong. Feldspar now being gathered in by Thornton Leclerc and Millie the Minx. But Feldspar is game out in front. Millie the Minx trying to get on terms. Feldspar all out at the line close. Feldspar maybe just
market suspended.
Leclerc, Miss Scarlet and Family Garth in behind.
quite photo finish that. There's plenty of them involved as well. Feldspar, who's been up there the whole way making it, has the top weight held on. It's been called the winner, Feldspar, and Judge Fraser Perrott has called a further photo finish for second place. We can see in between Feldspar and Thornton and Clay is Millie the Minx. Thornton and Clay this side, and then up probably for fourth place it looks like Miss Scarlet.
Yeah, best part, well, only 2 lengths covering the first 5 home. Framley Garth and Miss Scarlet vying for 4th and 5th, but it was Feldspar who was.
I've got a trade already in place in this race, which is on Getaway Bay, which has a history of running at short prices and not winning. So I've got a lay bet in for 40 quid with a 75 offset at 2.54. Hopefully that will get matched on both sides of the book. But we've got to keep an eye on what's going on. Obviously, if it looks like it's going to win, we need to get out quickly. Hasn't won many races, so hopefully that will work. We'll see what happens anyway. And obviously, I'll be looking to do my usual kind of trading on other runners in the horse at the same time, not the odds on.
Who's on the left on straightening. Diamond Rose, red jacket for treble seeking Sam Twiston Davis. Getaway to New Bay and Stan Shepherd, the black and yellow spots. And as I say, and Paddy Brennan in the black and white at the back of the field. Closing in now on the open ditch. Fence 5. Red Bridge Gold.
Always keep an eye up here on the odds on what the price is doing there, because if that goes out, then we've got to be very careful. That controls so much of the market, over 50% of it. If that was to go out, then 50% of the prices have to come in. That means everything else could halve that would fall or get pulled up. So always bear that in mind.
Rose, and as I say, still held up. She's been racing
about bringing that price up.
From the outset, the short price favourite. Last of a well-grouped field of 5. Fence 7. Red Bridge Gold. Took off and landed with a small lead over Shabba Dadadoo on the near side. White face mare Getaway to New Bay on the inner of
so just waiting,
as I say,
as always.
Continuing to look on under a patient Paddy Brennan as they swing this left-hander at the halfway point. Further 8 fences to the
looks all right at the moment. I'm tempted to bring that back down. There.
Made all so far to Shabba Dadadoo. Brian Hughes, the pink
smaller liability, isn't it?
McCain, Getaway to New Bay. A close third, a whisker in advance of Diamond Rose. And then, as I say, a couple of lengths away. They've completed a circuit now, going on towards fence 9. Red Bridge Gold to Shabba Dadadoo. Diamond Rose in the red, Getaway to New Bay on the inner. Jumped.
I'm going to change that price. I'll probably change it to full ticks. I better just reset that.
As I say, still held up.
75, and then move on to 4 for the others.
Gold.
By the way, that resets all bets to whatever you've got on there.
I'm out of here, man.
If you have that at 75 and then you change it to 4, then the next runner is going to be at 4. That makes sense.
The rise. And now the descent towards the last of the fences in the back straight.
Because we're over a crossover point here, I'm tempted on this one. It looks like it's bouncing around nicely. Not too much money underneath. Oh, scary. We don't want too much. Cancel that off because the price is creeping in. Do you see that? We don't want the creepy price, we want the bouncy price.
With a chance.
If that makes sense.
I'm out of here, man.
We would have made a profit, but you know, it's about minimising your risks in this game.
So Red Bridge Gold, having yet to be headed. Pressing on, rounding the last part of the turn to Shabba Dadadoo. Brian Hughes glancing
Sucker.
away to New Bay. Is right alongside the black and yellow.
Might want to concentrate on next. We know this is probably like to come in
the black and white, and they're covered by
and we're matched, but we don't want it to win.
To become outpaced, going to 3 out, and it's here that Getaway to New Bay is produced a lead. A big leap there, jumps on.
Come on, match up the other side of the black, please.
I say though, is closing in. Shabba Dadadoo's back,
and there you go.
And then Diamond Rose, Getaway to New Bay, joined.
So that's 29 quid on that one.
Take over at the second last, and Paddy Brennan sends the mare on now.
And that's how you do it. But please bear in mind, I've done my homework on this. Do you know what? My homework was right in the first place, and I changed my bet, didn't I? Did you see me do that? I should have kept it down there because I would have made more money. But there you go. It is what it is. But there you go, 29.01. But please bear in mind, I've done a lot of homework on this horse. I've worked out,
Market suspended.
how often it trades in low and then loses. I've also looked at how often it runs over 2 mile 4 furlongs. I've also looked at its record on Utoptata, and I've also gone through a few different sites to back up my information. So if you're going to get through these, I've probably spent, you know, I didn't really cold trade this one. This is a different one. This is one I've done research on earlier on this morning. I've probably spent 20 minutes researching this horse after I spotted it. But, you know, it's 20 minutes and then, 5 minutes in the race for nearly £29. So this is another race at Foss Lass, which is a crappy track. The liquidity is likely to be low. We can see that there's a lot of horses in the race, which means there's no clear favourite. I don't like trading at these bigger prices. Whether I get in or not, I don't know. I don't mind trading at sixes because it's at a crossover point, which means the value is worth more if I make a profit than what it is if I lose the same, as long as it isn't too many ticks. So 4 ticks upwards is worth more than 4 ticks downwards, if that makes sense. It's not if you get into like 20 ticks or whatever, because the price will soon contract. But they're good points to go in. So I'm just going to wait and see if I can get a runner that trades in, not too low, but a little bit, you know, around that sixes mark or fours mark, and see if we can make some cash. They're now off. Let's get involved.
Market in play.
And for the first time, with Shattered Glass, who wears blinkers the first time.
So the first thing I'm looking at now is, as expected, to be fair, for Foss Lass, on a Thursday afternoon at 20 past 4. I expect it to be a little bit better, to be fair, at this time of day, but look, you can see the liquidity is fairly low. So I'm resetting my landers using the space bar, I recommend. Just leave to you, Marius, if you're watching. That space bar you need to use on your videos. It helps me reset my ladders all the time. And I can work out what I might be able to trade on. But the liquidity is so low, I'm in no rush to get in. It might increase as we get further through the race, as someone, you know, thinks this horse is going to win all that horses, and then they punt their money, you know. There's a little bit of cash there, so I would be tempted to go in here, maybe, but I prefer it to be closer to a crossover point, sorry, like 4 or 6 rather than the middle. So I'll hang on a second.
White face off towards the right and has dropped a few places back now.
I am tempted to go in here at sixes, but the problem is there's no money beneath me, and that's what we want. So we've got to not go in for too much, 10 quid maybe, and that's it. There'll be 4 tick offset. Got 4 quid matched each side of the foot, not a lot. 41p profit. And I'm cancelling it off because the money's creeping in. It's too buttered up for my liking. So we'll leave that alone for a minute and move on to something else. Doesn't mean we can't come back and trade it again, but we need things to change and what's going on in the race.
Was up there in the very early part of the race. So royal blue and maroon colours. It's dropped to be about 3 or 4 from the back.
So at the moment, nothing going on really. You see that's buttered up, no good. There's not much money there, no good. No good as well. So we're just waiting.
Shows up in front to capsize on the right in second, and down there is Mr. Jim Hamper.
I'd rather stick with my 41p than make a loss, if that makes sense.
Jamie Moore is on his feet, horses galloped away.
But it doesn't mean we can't get a cheap lay-in on this examples of the gap. You can see the money's creeping in, even though there's gaps in the market. Creeping in, there's more on the back side than the lay side.
Over 3 counties in orange, you might just about be in second from capsize. Behind those is glance back as they jump this plane fence.
Just going to see if we can get that match on both sides of the foot.
These then are followed by Après 2.
And we want to be out very quickly, don't forget, and we're out.
Fence, Henry Morgan, Parry and
You don't want to be in the markets for more than 10 seconds.
Is the Dawn Man as they now
we cancel it off because there's more money creeping in, and I'd go behind them and I'd want to get matched straight away.
So much so, he's now the back marker,
Looking at the race timer, see where we are in the race. I've still got time to trade. I'd be tempted to go near at 6 if money beneath isn't, so I'm
far side of the course leading. Over in second
Looking at what else is going on. I might get that
then about
little
a length
rigger
and a
up,
half away to
just in
3
case the price
counters in
comes
the
in.
orange jacket, and then blackjack Tennessee in mainly yellow colours.
Put some money in there just because there's a little bit of cash beneath me.
Next, Old Sudden Glance Back,
And I'm going to go for
this.
6
Henry
ticks
Morgan
on that.
Parry 2 lengths behind those. Then comes the Dawn
Not for too long though, like I said.
Colours, followed by Lure de Prey and Robin of
Well, it's waiting, it's okay, but once we're matched, we've got that 10-second rule.
Far side, glance back a little slower than some
I'm cancelling out. Too low, too slow.
Shadow
Too
Glass
go.
has given way, capsized, now got a rather handy 4
You can see that there's hardly any money in the market, so you've got to be so careful now. See how quickly that flew in.
Glance back has been pulled up. 2 glance back there, pulled up. Here's the open ditch, the far side.
It does often mean you can make quite a bit of cash.
Well. Capsize was the leader.
I am tempted.
To 3
we'll
counties in second position. Then Old
I'm out of here, man.
Some decent progress. Still there as well is Ayapwe 2. Took that in 4th place.
So I'm going for 10 ticks on this. Do you know what? I might even go for 15 because I'm feeling greedy.
Blackjack Tennessee, Robin of Sherwood in red and white, trying to make a little bit of progress from the rear of the field.
And we're out.
A bad error there from Blackjack Tennessee.
We've still got a bit of time left.
End of the back straight now. And it is Capsize and Sean
Let's see if we're squared off. Not quite. Let's get squared off totally.
Giving chase on 3 counties. Old Sod, Mihal Nolan behind those. Ayapre 2 is in 4th. But struggling a little bit.
We'll go another again here at 6.
I'm out of here, man.
Powell is trying to get past this. Robin of Sherwood, Ben Jones in red and white head the remainder. Ila de Milano, who had
I am waiting. I'm waiting for an opportunity.
But Capsize
You can see 3 counties in the race. Hopefully some mad punter will have a bet on it, but maybe not at that price.
Sucker.
And that's it. We're running out of time now, and because it's a dodgy race, I'm finishing early. We're in the we've made £7, 89, regardless if he wins, or possibly 7. Actually, 7.90. I don't know why it's 7.90. So £7.90, regardless if he wins. That's it. Next race, £2 I know nothing about this race. I'm cold trading it. What I do know about it, it's a handicap hurdle. It's 2.7 miles 7 furlongs, so I know it's a tradable race for me. Just reset that back to 4, which is my minimum. I can see the liquidity isn't all that great. Things are starting to pick up, so I increased my bankroll today to 75. I'm not jumping in the deep end. I'm increasing it slightly, which is the same thing you should do. And now I'm just going to look for an opportunity. If there's no opportunity, we won't trade. If there's no cushion, we won't trade. We just want a safe entry and exit point to make up a few quid off the gamblers. Let's make some cash.
Ulysses in a black jacket racing alongside Mighty Mustang.
So, not much opportunity at the moment. The markets, if you look, they're pretty buttered up. We want them to be more like that, jumping around, but not at that price. Looking at the race, it's pretty much a 2-horse race, and the rest are outsiders, but that doesn't mean some of these other ones won't creep in and we can get a nice little trade on them. Got to just keep an eye on what's going on in these prices. I would have thought anything probably below that line there, line Ulysses, is probably not worth looking at. Anything else might come in, but we'll just wait for the opportunity to arise.
Cairns Hill, can you believe it? The rest of the field stream over safely.
Now, if you're having fun with your trading, you're doing it wrong. Trading should be boring, it should be a chore, it should be a job, it should be repetitive, it should be all the time. If you want to have fun out of trading, make loads of money and go and spend it down the pub and have fun with your friends, or go out for meals, or buy yourself a new computer. That's how you enjoy trading, not from being in the market. If you've got an adrenaline buzz going on, then you're doing it wrong. I've had that before. I know what it's like. You should not have that. This should be a boring, routine job where you make money like anything else in life. Just the beauty is you can make your money as and you can use and you can work as and when you choose. But other than that, it should be just like any other job. Working in a warehouse, working in a restaurant, doing whatever, you know. And if you're having fun with it, then you're doing it wrong. If you've got that like need to want to trade every race, I've got to trade the next race, got to make a few more quid, whatever, you're doing it wrong. You need to drop all that, get your head sorted.
Mighty Leader and Strategic.
So look, I could have made money
left.
in here at fours, as I've told before. I like going over these crossover points. If you don't know what a crossover point is, I'm going in now. Cancelling it off just because there was loads of money is why I was going to go in. Obviously, Seymour Soft's made a mistake there. That's why the price went out. But there's no cushion, so I wouldn't want to go in for too much. There's a cushion there for what's going at 5-7. It's too high odds at this point for me. There's no money here, so I'd rather make no money than make a mistake, if that makes sense. Reset my ladders, see what's going on. So, we're getting later in the race, so I want 6 ticks now for more profit. So all that money there, I am tempted to go in just above it. But what we've got to do, under there, don't like going at 7s, I'd rather go in at 6-2. So I'm going to go in there, and but if that 500 goes, we're going to cancel that off straight away. As quick as we can. But obviously we've got money in front of us, so it's not ideal at all. I'm going to cancel it off already. That's how quickly you should be changing your minds on situations. Again, there's a bit of cash there, so I'm tempted to
I'm out of here, man.
For 6 ticks. Just got my first warning, but that's for shorter races. You'll hear more Simpsons warnings coming up.
Over on the far side, the long run now from the back straight before they get to 3 out. Seymour Sox is shaken up on the inner of the seemingly still strong.
So what we're hoping is we'll just get matched here, get matched out for 6 ticks, and we're out.
Cairnshill in the slipstream of the leading peg.
If it goes against us too much, we have to just take the loss. It's as simple as.
They round out the leading 5.
And we're out for 3 quid. Can we do it again? We've got a little bit of time, but not a lot. We want a cheap price if we can.
I'm out of here, man.
Losing ground. Supreme Steel on the inner of Mr. McGuinness. Kenyan Cowboys' effort has rather flattened out. No further progress for Night Commander.
There's just so little money in the market. It's dangerous. That's the problem. So we'll go in. We'll just try it a little bit here. That's Legacy. And out. Close off our whole position. And we're out for £7.31. And there you go.
Ulysses moving off in pursuit.
And then comes Stephanie's Sunshine.
So just waiting for an opportunity.
She's lost a few places. In fact, has just been passed by.
Now trading can be boring at times. I'm going to go in there. Not for too much. There's a bit of money beneath me down here. The way beneath me. But that's a crossover point. That's why I'm tempted with it. I've got to keep an eye on this one and that one. So I'm going to move top beak here. And that's literally so I can keep them side by side and keep an eye on it better.
Next behind these, and then comes No Cardinal as they come to the next flight of hurdles.
Now, like I say, we just want to spike.
And then hit the bottle, who continues to be a little way behind him. They're
going
to admit the next flight of hurdles in the
so
back straight.
So get a bit more profit, and there you go, there's 4 quid.
From the finish, Lamb's Lane being ridden
we cancel everything else off by hitting that button.
And Stephanie
I have got a few more seconds to trade.
Amongst the back markers, but the leading
but I can't see anything that turns me on right now.
Of elegance, 2 top beak with the noseband right
I'm
around
tempted
the
in here
outside.
at 4s.
Gone through into second place. Come on,
but
the
I want
the
more.
Blue and red is relegated to 3rd and struggling. Judex LeFou is next, clearly capable in 5th and motoring on okay up this stage. Lamb's Lane is next.
Can't match,
company
but
with Hit the Bottle is being shaken up at this stage, and
just reset my ladders. See, the markets are starting to go crazy. We don't want to get too much involved.
Blunderbuss has dropped right out of contention, but Air of Elegance making the best of it.
I'm out of here, man.
The one looks to catch her is clearly capable. Maroon Jacket just about to go through into second position from top.
I just think I missed that opportunity there. There was an opportunity.
Behind those was Come On the Bull, who made an error, then Hit the Bottle. She's about 5th at the moment.
Sucker.
As clearly capable. Shane Quinlan on the right in maroon colours as he easily come through to join Air of Elegance in front.
Can we close
then comes Hit the Bottle, and Lamb's Lane with a red cap is running on well. No Worries also finishing okay from the back of the field.
It looks like we can take the bottom prize. But there you go.
There. And as they run down towards the last flight, then it's
another £7.17. So we're building up this money today on these races. It's all pretty trading. As long as you know your times, when is dangerous, when isn't. You see, look, I've literally made £4.37 by laying the winner. But the reason I've made that money it's because I've laid it at the right time in the race. And the reason I've managed to do that is I'm using the race timer to guide me on how far we are through the race and when is the right time and when is the danger zone. So you can see, look, I laid that at 5 point. Let's have a look. Let's get the full details through. So you can see, look, I laid this at 6s, 5.9, and these are just closing off positions, 5.9 and 5.2, just to hedge up. But you can see I laid it for pretty much 15 quid, 3 fivers, £25 or £75 in total liability at 6s, and then I got out at 8s, and that's how I pretty much made my profit. And that was the winning horse as well. But the reason I made my money by laying the winning horse is because I did it at the right time. I'm just looking at the you took to start.
Market in play.
It is a 10 past 5 race. It's a handicap chase. You took this is a low market. We've got to be very careful what liquidity is like.
Dokily.
Looking for some nice opportunities to just take a few ticks. You can see the video is not playing too great. I can trade without video, to be fair, but I wouldn't recommend it to anyone unless you really seriously know what you're doing. So hopefully that will pick up, and then I'm out of it. Yeah, look.
Of the pursuers as they come to the open ditch.
If you've got this situation going, I recommend you don't trade. I'm going to do it, but I wouldn't recommend you do if you don't know what you're doing. If you've got experience, it's different, but if you haven't, then don't. Anyway, so it's a 2-mile race. Probably make my money in this section of the race. This race, I'm probably looking to just make a couple of quid. That's much more than that. If I'm good, we've got a short price favourite. Got to be aware of, because if that falls, it's in front at the moment, then the whole price will go out. We've got Larch Hill in second place there. You can see him there. It's like it's going to be a 2-runner race. I don't want to trade anything too big of odds, so who knows if we're going to go in low odds. We need to make a bigger profit, basically, use bigger stakes or get a bigger tick on one way or another. There's plenty of time to go as yet. I'm going to drop some money in here.
From Larch Hill.
But I want 8 ticks on that. When you reset your ladder for using Geeks Toy, hit that reset button there, and that changes everything to whatever that is. Now, if I pick 4, if I put a bet in there, that will be a 4 tick offset, if that makes sense. Well, that one's still going to stay at the 8.
3 lengths between the leading pair.
So we are just waiting. I'm going to bring that down. Oh no, I'm not now because there's money coming back beneath me. I was going to bring it down, but someone's beat me to the punch. There's nothing else I'm interested in looking at the other odds. Didn't quite get matched there, unfortunately, and there we are. Now we just need to get out. Come on. We nearly got out there, and there you go, £4.90. Now, if we can do that again, we're laughing.
Cawthorne now getting much closer in the noseband, going into 3rd, followed by Zuckerberg. Shea Hansen, Twycross Warriors now last, and it's single file.
Come out of here, man.
Run out of the back.
So if we don't get matched, like I say, 10 seconds is what you should be looking at, otherwise you need to get out. I'd rather take that money there, because look, I'm going to lose. I'm still in a profit, but I want my 6-7 quid, whatever. Now I'm still looking for more ticks. I've got a bit more time left. There's still a bit more time in this race. So we're now going to go in again.
I'm out of here, man.
Larch Hill just clipping the top. Cawthorne shaken up in 3rd. Tardry still galloping on in front, heading towards the open ditch. Cawthorne now in the noseband alongside Larch Hill.
Sucker.
Needed a good one. Cawthorne gets within a half length of him. Larch Hill driven to challenge on the left, a line of 3 now.
And we're out. That's a bit of a hairy moment, but I kind of expected that, to be fair. Now, what could we close off for? If we can close off for 17 quid, that'd be nice.
Larch Hill hard ridden by Twist and Davis, and it's Tardry and Adam Wedge on down towards the last, opening up. Con 4 clear again.
But you see,
safely over the last.
Now you might have been panicking about that distance, but I was using my race timer to tell me that I knew there was still loads of time left in this race. loads of time for new win, and I knew like
Suspended.
I'd already done my research on the race a little bit, not much, just 5 minutes work earlier on today. To know that Toddy or Lots Hill was probably going to win this race. So I wasn't scared when that went in. I mean, it was a bit hairy for a second. You can see how much it went in through. If you want to get value for laying, you can do the research the other way around, which I do sometimes on certain runners, and you can make a lot of money by literally laying a horse that's maybe 20 to 1 at even money. It crashes, the price crashes in, but it hasn't got legs to finish the race or whatever. I'll do lessons on that as well. If you keep watching my videos, you'll learn how to do that and where to get the research from and everything else. But anyway, best of luck in the market. Here's my profits for the day. Just a quick one. I'm packing up now. I don't know if it goes on. I won't show every one of these trades because some of them are a little bit boring. I will show my loss just for everyone. I made a cock up there. I thought that was going to do something different to what it was. Then I thought it was going to go to a photo finish, but I thought I'd make the money back on the photo, and it didn't. So I cocked up and lost £16.41 there. I actually, I actually ignored the race timer on that one, and the race timer cost £15. So that's kind of poetic, isn't it? That ignoring the race timer, I lose £16.41. But every other race I made a profit. Made £84.82 a day. On this 29.01, that was a little bit of a special race, but I'd done a bit of research on a horse that I knew that was going to run very low in price. So I managed to cash in on that. But the rest of it, you can see they're just all normal sort of trades. I'll put the video together. If you've got any queries, just ask, drop me an email. I love talking to people, so even if you're like a newbie and you've got a stupid question, no question's stupid, just drop me an email and ask me or leave a comment and I'll help you out. If you're interested in Racetimer, there is a small fee for it. Me an email. And other than that, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll keep creating more videos and teach you how to be a successful trader. Whether it's part-time or not, you can see like if you can make £84.82 around that amount a day, and I've done that off a £75 bankroll today. That's it. I often use £50 bankrolls to teach people, but £75 bankroll, I've over doubled that by trading Inplay. And I can teach you how to do it. It's easy. It really is easy once you know what you're doing. I've spent 10 years researching, learning every bit of information I can, and I'm quite happy to share that just to make a few friends online through trading. Anyway, good luck, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye-bye for now.